Hear ye, and welcome to the Swolecast. If you have kids, you know this is their favorite fantasy time of year because it's between week 6 and 7. So we have a fun show on tap. Davis, you're such an old, but you will understand this soon. There you go. Tuttle gets it. But
Get
we're
off
all
TikTok.
6'7".
We're all back and we're ready to rock. We have Vrabel homecoming. We have some curses that I might need to take some responsibility for. So all that and more here on the Swolecast, sponsored by Splash Sports.
You David Static from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little. Just live a little, guys.
All right, welcome in David Kitchen alongside Dan Gasper, Mr. Pete OVERZETS, and also Davis Maddock. I want to give a shout out to Nez. I want to give a shout out to him for being a good sport. Davis added him at the last second and did not tell him that I would not be on the show with him, which kind of feels disingenuous. Shout out to Nez, though. We will make
you think Nez? You think Nez wouldn't have done it? You thought Nez thought I'm filling in for Tuttle for sure, and he got rug pulled.
Yeah, he definitely got rug pulled. There's no context given, and he said it was on his bucket list.
He told me after the show that his feet hurt from trying to slide into your shoes.
Wait.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I bet there are going to be many chances when one of SocrDave, myself, Dan, or Peter is unavailable for this program for various reasons, and I'm sure Nez would love to join and fill in for any of our subpar members.
I'm here now though, Davis, but we do have some guest slots to fill for you with the baby coming up. So we talked about that. Also, if you are not a Swoley, you missed a good show last week. Tuttle, you missed a good show last week.
Honestly, two very good Swoley only shows in a row.
So we had the show before that. We had the Dave Lochran, aka Lofty D, on the show, and it was just a trip down old school memory lane. So that was fun. But yeah, subscribe to the Swoley's channel for all the behind the scenes access you get. Also, shout out to Splash Sports, promo code Swoley's, and we have 2 big announcements, Pete.
Yes, 2 new contests. Everyone who got wiped out in our Survivor contest, guess what? We have a second chance one for that. The entire player pool, the entire team pool in the NFL is available to you again. And we also have a second chance TD Survivor. Some of my Swolecast co-hosts need a second chance. I'm personally still live along with 37 others.
Really?
In the initial one. Yeah. So,
nice.
But we do have the second chance one here ready to go. So $25 entry for the main Survivor, $15 for the second chance TD Survivor, and of course our regular tiers competition.
Oh man, I gotta see if I cashed. I don't know if I did or not in that.
I did.
The link to these is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. It's also at the top of the YouTube description. So if you want to enter into either of those, you're on your phone, you're on your computer, you could literally do it right now. It'll take you about 7 seconds.
And to be clear,
cash, but I do have $35 in my account. So something happened.
There is a little difference on the lock times on these. So the second chance TD Survivor is Sunday. Sorry, they're both at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Sunday 1 p.m. is when both of these lock.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Splash Sports. Should be fun. Pete, like well, I guess we'll get to whoever your touchdown pick is going to be. Did you choose it live on the show last week?
We did. Yeah. I'm seeing some of the sharps took Dowdle, which I think was very smart. I took the chalk. I had Jacobs in there against the Bengals.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw Jacobs was in your was it your tournament team last week, Davis?
I did play Jacobs in the spy. Pete in the spy. Dan, what do you feel about this? Pete's team was duped in the big spy.
No, it wasn't. Someone had the same score. It wasn't duped.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back. Real quick here, Emwald put in the Swole code. Don't think you got the promo funds. You get the promo funds when the contest locks. So you don't get to be a Swole. You don't. Oh, I'm going to put in my entry. Oh, I took it out, but I still got the bonus funds. You get it when the contest locks. So you'll be getting it on 1 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday.
Remember
now I want to know why
the DK missions workaround.
Yes, exactly. Enter into $1,000 head-to-head. Don't get it matched. Yes, Peter.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to know why you thought my team was duped in the spy.
You finished like 2 points better than me, so your team was like literally in the screen when I was doing my lineup review, and I just
I see you down here. Yeah,
and I just had the same. You just had the same score as someone, so I thought you were duped.
Did you review my lineup too, Davis?
Believe it or not, on the Gilcast on Sunday night, when Nate runs an analysis of some of the best players in the pool, he doesn't actually search for SocrDave in the
It's a shame because I cashed this week again in the spy. So
what is your username on DraftKings, and why can't I find you in this spy?
It only shows the top 500.
Yeah, I got 642nd, but still I cashed. And that was with both Diggs and Jennings in the lineup.
Dave's DFS teams are always like the Nathan Fielder meme where it's like, my friends are here just pictured out of frame. You can't see them, but trust me, I cashed.
I did. Check the CSV.
All right.
Okay.
Dave, have you been grinding the flash drafts at all?
No. Flash drafts, after
Those are over with.
Yeah, flash drafts have been replaced with live drafts, like live drive plays.
Okay, yeah.
I was all set to make fun of SocrDave, but I just pulled up post contest lock sims. Dave's team with a 63% sim ROI, much better than my team. And Peter OVERZETS. You're revert. I can't spell that shit. I can't spell revertsy top.
You're just too. You don't want to look up just my massive post.
98% sim ROI for revertsy top.
I did use Run the Sims for just again the baseline. So shout to Run the Sims promo code Swole there. All right. With that being said, we have a fun slate. I am just thrilled. Not only is it lucky number 7, we have the Titans have been freed. Basically, the group chat is elated. I don't want to step on any jokes. So with that being said, let's get to Mr. OVERZETS overview.
Are you David Maddox from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand content.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys. All right. To keep people up to date, our week 6 Swolecast lineup scored the most points of any show lineup all year with 166.38. I wonder why that is. I'll have to think on it. Trying to think what the variable is that would have allowed us to.
Did you guys actually let the guest picker pick and didn't just
we were happy to. Yeah. We were happy to.
That's a good joke, Pete. But how did Dave not or you not comment on the Swolecast intro there being used as opposed to the OVERZETS overview intro.
Oh, okay. All right.
It didn't even cross my mind.
It didn't even again.
What are we doing? What are we
Oh,
doing,
what are we
Davis?
doing? Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm actually not. I'm for the sake of the show, I'm just not going to engage with you.
Okay, because I did create this overlay that Pete's doing because I was sick of the other overlay. So it looks good. I was excited about finally having like a product to be proud of, you know? And so I created this overlay. You didn't have it done 2 minutes before the show, and now you do this. I'm just asking that you kind of step it up.
Okay. All right, Dave.
Should I continue with this this segment?
Yeah, sure,
want me-
sure, Pete.
Do you want me?
Or do you guys want to hash it out some more?
I feel like
Got that dog in the butt. Got that dog in the butt. OVERZETS overview. Come on.
Our Week 6 Swolecast lineup scored the most points of any show lineup all year with 166.38 points. I wonder why that is. I'll have to think on it, Dave. Also, no one in the lineup suffered a season-ending injury. We finally bucked that trend. And in other news, the three of us have pitched in to rent Dave a condo in La Jolla for the foreseeable future. Just stay out there, Dave. Dez is now a permanent cast member.
the curse. Did you see it though? Did you see the cover boy that I put on last week's show for you guys?
I didn't. Who was it?
It was Calvin Ridley.
Sure. Oh,
Calvin
sure.
Ridley. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
So.
I will say, Dave, people missed the hear ye. We got some comments about that, but this feels like a classic case of the Ewing theory at play here with the Swolecast. Real addition by subtraction. I will say I was thinking about it though, and I think it is kind of weird that Dave planned a trip to San Diego in the middle of the season. His cover story was wanting to take the girls to the world famous San Diego Zoo, but we all know the truth. He just wanted to see how the border wall was coming along. Come on, girls. Little trip down to Tijuana.
He said,
I want to say so many things right now, but I'm trying not to get canceled.
the girls wanted to see a Blues state for fall break.
Yes. The Titans fired Brian Callahan after a 1-5 start. I need to set a line for the group chat, though. Over under 2.5 Rockwell memes. Cam Ward is the real problem.
No.
Anyone have the courage to float
No.
that take, Kitchen?
No, it's even better. Cam Ward's not the problem. They are excited about one candidate. Can you guess who that candidate is?
Arthur Smith. They want Arthur Smith.
No.
I have no idea who.
No, it's a coach that was canceled.
The enemy?
Gruden.
Oh, course
my
they
God.
They
want.
are pining for Gruden. And at this point, I kind of hope it happens.
They've been grinding all of his content on Barstool, and they're like,
Yeah.
this would be the perfect fit to come back to Tennessee.
How many
I was-
Barstool links posted in SocrDave's group chat per day?
I think
At
they just have an
least.
RSS feed set up. that
At least two.
just- How hard is it, Kitchen, for the group chat to watch the Giants right now? Just a bunch of white, God-fearing men wishing they had Jackson Dart and Cam Scatabo instead of Cam Ward and Tony Pollard.
It's I told you so. It's just a lot of I told you so's in the chat.
Oh my goodness. Patrick Donovan released a new feature on BBMDB where you can review advance rates for your entire underdog portfolio. Very cool. And it also means Davis can see the Bitcoin chart in 2 places now. All right. Davis is only a few weeks away from becoming a dad. It's going to be such a special time in his life as he limits his screen time from 16 hours a day down to 16 hours while holding a baby.
Yes. Davis, have you already gotten like that male breastfeeding device where you can put the bottle in the
Bro,
in
I'm
the
locked in. I've been doing arm days like you guys would not believe. I got baby one arm, phone in the other. I'm ready to go.
Yes, I can't wait for that for you. In week 7, we finally have a real corker of a matchup here. Commanders, Cowboys, 54-point total. Maybe we get CeeDee Lamb back. Maybe we get McLaurin back. Maybe Bill doesn't fumble. Should be a fun time. And we also get the Vrabel revenge game versus the Titans. I'm sure that's going to be super emotional for you, Dave, and the rest of the group chat. Back to you for the rest of the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to, while I was in San Diego last week, I wanted to create the meme on my phone of the Wolverine meme and the picture, like pining for, and I was going to put Vrabel in there. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I have never felt like more of an unk than that moment right there. I couldn't figure out how to do a good meme on my phone. Just used to this desktop stuff. But I am excited. I'm excited about Gruden possibly just filling up the rumors feed for the next 6 weeks. And
or is that just wish casting from your group chat?
I think here is my honest opinion, is that you get all these lists that come out and these people want clicks on this list.
Yeah.
And so they put Gruden in there just so it can be shared. But yeah,
he's going to Wisconsin, didn't you hear? They're going to fire Fickle. We got the big cat Gruden connection.
They need somebody, but I don't know if you saw the there's a post. Andrew Cooper posted it. It was some like inside source on Reddit.
I didn't know if you had seen this. I'll pull it up because it's really good.
But
I'm sure
the owner said, "Give me anybody except for this guy losing to she could not stand him losing to Vrabel because she."
Oh, I did see this.
Yeah. So apparently this guy is a Michigan hockey guy that is good buddies with Taylor Lewan. That's kind of the gist that we got from it.
Titan or Kitchen, I need your which side? I need your unbiased opinion. Titans +7 at home versus Vrabel. Which side are you on if you need to make money?
I don't know how you could back the Titans right now. Although I will say, if this was the week, if there was a week, it would be this week.
Right.
They ran 6 screens last week for 10 yards. It was terrible.
Remember that week after the Raiders fired Josh McDaniels? Didn't they upset the Raiders or the Chiefs that week after that?
Yes,
they were so fired up to not be playing for McDaniel.
And as a Titans fan, the worst thing that could happen is them go on a run and ruin their draft picks for next year.
Do people hate Titans chat as much as they hate when I turn any show into a Chiefs show, or do they like Titans chat?
Well, this is it hits home. If you had an instance where something happened with Kansas City, is a big story. They would be appropriate. But yeah,
I'd say the Titans are tied with Tuttle for the 4th cast member on this show, basically.
and the QR code. All right, we are 21. The QR code apparently goes to the old contest. We'll have to get a new QR code.
Actually,
we got to get a new QR code from Splash. And also someone asked for my ladder code. So if you scroll up in the chat, I posted the guest pass. Shout out to Coach Andre, keeping me in shape.
Yeah.
Do we have the numbers on how many people have used the QR code?
No, I think
is it one now from Pete doing it?
No, there've been more than one.
It's people pointing out that it doesn't link to the right thing anymore.
Okay, let's get on to the slate, Davis. We have one big week or one big game this week. And what are your thoughts on just the general feel for the slate?
I mean, Rashee Rice is $5,600 DraftKings dollars, so that's what I feel about the slate. Is this Dave? This is the classic social experiment pricing. You always said that you liked these slates where it was the social experiment pricing, Rashee Rice 5,600. What did you mean was the big game though? What game do you think is a big game? Washington Dallas with the 54
Washington
total?
Dallas has got like a 55 total.
Well, I tell you what's quite interesting about this slate, which is that Bill did his absolute best job to get benched in that game, but Chris Rodriguez and McNichols are so bad that it really might not matter. Like,
do you think the second fumble wasn't his fault though?
No, that was on Jaden Daniels. The first one was
his fault, but
I
thought other than that, he had a good game. He looked good. He was just chunking off big yards. You disagree?
Yes. No, I mean, I am maybe the most partial person to Bill Krosky-Merritt that you're going to find on
chunking off big gains is as long as 11 yards.
Yeah, but it felt like he was doing
like chunks, Tuttle, big chunks.
I would call that more moderate chunks, maybe. Maybe
okay,
small.
Sorry,
like
Tuttle.
3.7 is probably closer to like not very large chunks.
Tuttle, when you're on a
Small
word
pieces.
count, it was like more towards the end. He got stuffed early, then later on he was chunked. But when you're in a word count, I need you to do something other than criticize my chunks. Okay, so
pause.
Was it a sexual thing? Let's get on though to quarterback, Tuttle. Who are some of the guys that you like this week?
There's this one big game I'm looking to target with Washington at Dallas on the site. So Jaden Daniels is looking pretty nice, some would say.
The thing is Jaden Daniels sucks for fantasy. He's not running at all. This knee thing is not good for him.
Did you not see him throwing dimes to Luke McCaffrey and Christian Moore last night?
Buddy, if you think that I was staying up until 10 p.m. to watch the end of that game, I got a fucking bridge to sell you.
Dude, next week is 10 Eastern.
Whatever happens between the Seahawks and the Texans is between them and God. It's got nothing to do with me, man. No chance.
I think the Cowboys have proven that quarterbacks do not need to run to light them up. I mean, they are the matchup of all matchups to target. Like Jaden Daniels could rush for 0 yards in this matchup and still easily
smash.
QB1.
Yeah.
Dude, he had Davis is go watch the tape, man. He had 52 yards last night. You're acting like that's nothing. I'll take 5.
I guess that's fair. I think he had 3 rushes when I went to bed. So
were they some big chunkers?
I was about to say, I think it's clear that we do not understand the chunkage of some of these runs, because it's the same thing with Jaden Daniels.
Pete, I got one for you. Do you have it in you? Do you have it? Do you have the intestinal fortitude to play Justin Fields against the Carolina Panthers this week?
Man, I don't think so. And especially because we're going to be without Garrett Wilson too, right? I mean, Fields would, on the flip side of the Daniels thing, Fields would have to rush for 100 yards to probably get there, which he can do.
The issue, and someone mentioned like his pressure rate, like whenever he got pressured, he was not running. And so they're saying like, are they just telling him to throw away the ball, like to keep it conservative? And that's not where we like Justin Fields from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah. The other thing, like the Panthers defense hasn't been atrocious. Like they're not just an easy team to pick on here. And just who's he throwing the ball to?
They're up to third. They're up to third in defensive DVOA, actually.
Yeah. So like if I'm looking down there, like give me Caleb Williams, right? At home versus New Orleans at 5,800. That's the play.
I haven't checked this up with the Carolina thing with how well they're running the ball. Are their opponents like barely getting any plays off?
I can run that filter for you right now. I would guess no. I would guess they honestly actually are like legitimately playing better, but can't be certain about that. The Carolina Panthers, in terms of plays faced you're right, Tuttle. They're giving up 5.6 yards per play, which is quite bad. That's bottom 10 in the NFL. That's worse than the Titans, for example. But they have only given up 331 plays in total, which is the least plays per game in the NFL because all the teams
Boom.
below them have only played 5 games. But 5.6 yards per play is pretty bad.
Hurts feels like a pretty good start this week.
Give me the creatine Caucasian. Give me Jackson Dart over Jalen Hurts this week.
Okay.
Hurts against Brian Flores when like the whole team is in open rebellion against him. Like you've got his wide receivers. Like AJ Brown is literally doing the
That's
enemy
why-
speaks kindly but holds a knife bit. Like he's performing for real.
I just think they lost. I mean, they went from being undefeated to losing 2 games in 4 days, and like they're going to do whatever is needed to win this game this week.
Yeah, they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball even harder. They're gonna ground. They're gonna tush push 3.5 yards at a time.
Yeah, maybe they just like don't care if they get the ball in the 3-yard line. It's tush push until Hurts gets in. That was terrible TV, by the way.
I was laughing too because it's not even just the tush push, right? But they're still manufacturing the stuff for Dallas Goedert at the goal line.
Oh,
I just like it's just such an incredible troll on AJ Brown.
well,
poor
when
guy.
AJ Brown was wide open on that 4th down play in the end zone, or that interception play when he was in the end zone, that was just like that's you gotta see that. All right. Anybody else that you guys like for quarterbacks this week?
Well,
Remember when Mahomes was like unplayable last year?
Yeah,
is he gonna be the most owned quarterback this week?
I think the Daniels and Dak stuff will still probably eclipse him, but he'll probably be what, 3rd?
And Drake May against Tennessee.
Yeah, people do.
I would say Drake May will probably be the most owned.
Yeah.
I
What's the-
will be I already know the team I'm playing in the spy. It's like fucking
Okay.
generational.
Okay.
The thing about the Titans though, right? Like they're bad, but they're so bad that defenses are scoring points on them that there just isn't any shootout appeal. Like I worry about the capped upside of any team playing the Titans.
I think that Vrabel probably hates the Titans enough to just keep scoring.
Keep
Yeah,
pouring it.
This is personal, number one. And number two, I also think that this fits like the Drake May, like Titans, like the one area they're good at is like interior offensive line, like Jeff Simmons, like pushing up the middle. So I think that May's going to get outside and do whatever he wants. He is so good at throwing the ball on the run. So I think he gets rushing yards and yeah. Let's enter a team though. On old DK. Pete, you can tell us what we're entering this contest.
Yeah, you know what? We got double options this week. Not only do we have what's on screen, the 2K T-Mobile Game Day Draft Challenge, but if you want to stick this in another one, the 5K Draft Time Matchups.
Whoa.
Presented by Miller Lite.
Wow, double free rolls, bro.
Yeah, with no deposit kingdom, a rake-free tournament, they've been able to open up some additional community contests.
All right. Tuttle, let's give you the honors.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Let's go with this is building suspense.
The
Jaden
suspense
Daniels.
is killing me.
Yeah, while you're
I'm just
thinking of
chalking
that,
Jaden Daniels.
Adrian said Kitchen feels torn. His favorite stepdad, Vrabel, is coming back to town. There is no torn about it. I hope Vrabel destroys the Titans this week. I love Mike Vrabel, and I do not want the Titans to win any more games this year. So have at it, Vrabes. All right, Tuttle, you ready?
He picked
Oh.
Jaden Daniels.
Okay. All right, Pete.
I am going to pick one Mr. Quinshon Judkins.
That was going to be my
versus-
pick. Pete.
Sorry. This
Pete,
might
maybe
be
you
God.
want to let him have that one since it's a good
So-
pick, and then you
Okay, you ought to let.
yeah, and then you pick.
No.
Dave,
you
great
take
pick.
Judkins.
Good pick.
You take
Dave.
Judkins because I've got a guy in mind already.
Chick a cockwell.
No, this guy is arguably top 5 receiver in the NFL. And right now his price tag is $5,600.
Good on-screen bit for the non-audio listeners.
It's Rashee Rice.
You took mine.
No,
Trickle down, sniping.
mine is $6,100 Xavier Worthy. I mean, you want to look up a picture of fucking leverage in the dictionary? This dude.
You're playing Worthy in addition to Rice?
Yeah, Worthy is the single best play of the slate.
I'm just going to change my play to Mahomes then. We'll change my play to Mahomes. I'm fine with that.
Why would you
the goal of this lineup is to build a logical lineup based on the decisions that your previous hosts have already made. That's kind of what.
Yeah, were you trying to bully us out of not picking Rice? You wanted Jaden Daniels stacked with Rice and Worthy.
The sim ROI on that would be fine, by the way. Guarantee it.
I heard Jaden Daniels doesn't rush anymore, so I don't know if it would.
I like literally guarantee that if we get I will make a mental note. I will run this on Sunday morning, and I guarantee a positive sim ROI with these two combined with Jaden Daniels. I'm fine if Tuttle wants to change it, but it is guaranteed positive sim ROI.
All right, Tuttle, leave it because there's way more equity in this lineup failing and telling Davis it was his fault.
This is terrible. Okay, Tuttle.
What sort of Brock Bowers reports do we have these days?
He's not playing. He's not playing until week 10.
Yeah, I don't think
there's no way
before the bye.
What's Mayer's price?
3,500. Probably underpriced by about 1,000. 33%.
We'll go ahead then.
33% targets last week. Top 5 fantasy live utilization rate of any tight end in the NFL in the games he's played this year. Pretty good.
Forget he was a second-round pick.
Well, what's the other thing people forget about him, Dave?
He went to Notre Dame.
Close. He's an MF and Mackey Award winner.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think he get picked one spot behind Laporta or ahead of Laporta?
He got picked ahead of Laporta, I believe.
That's funny.
Let me fact check myself on that. He was the 35th overall pick in round 2. No, Laporta went one pick ahead. Laporta went 34. Mayer went 35.
Some people know ball in this show. Kyle Roberts says we are back in off-season mode. Xavier Worthy, dude.
It's not that Worthy himself is like this, like he's not going to project that good, but Rashee Rice will be the most owned player of the slate, and Worthy is going to be 6% owned, 10% owned, something like that, and is direct leverage, like a long Xavier Worthy touchdown or whatever, or a 10 target game for him is direct off Rashee.
Would be great if they were actually giving him those long throws. Maybe that's what you're saying they'll do this week, though.
I mean, his ADOT is the second highest on the team.
Who's first?
Are they gonna let Tyquan Thornton only play
he didn't do
one
anything.
second half snap again to void all the so that the
Tyquan
can't void the bets?
Tyquan doesn't play. Tyquan is Worthy's backup.
Okay. Then you got Hollywood Brown. I don't know, Davis. This feels bad, but we move on. Pete?
Yeah, so we didn't get to play Caleb in this lineup. I would still like to have some Bears exposure. Who knows if DJ Moore is going to be able to play this week. Let's put in Rome Odunze here at 6,600.
All right.
I like it.
Let's get a cheap defense in. Let's get the Giants defense in against Bo Nix.
Do you think after last night, maybe, just maybe, the Bears are like, maybe Luther Burden is slightly better than Zacchaeus?
I mean, Zacchaeus had a game-ending drop, but the bigger issue is that DJ Moore had to stay in a hospital overnight for observation because he has a potential lung injury, people are saying, which would elevate Burden to being a starting wide receiver, although he'd be on the outside where I don't think he's as good.
I just want him playing instead of Zacchaeus. I mean, that was so tilting. He had multiple drops last night. All right. Is it it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
So
running back flex EST.
I put the Giants in defense.
Okay. So 65, 50. We have plenty to work with. Let's
No CMC, no Puka on this slate, so just like a much and no JSN. So a huge difference from last week because
This wide receiver slate is gross.
Highest priced wide receiver is Carson Wentz's number one. Carson Wentz with a left shoulder injury.
Okay, I kind of wanted to go back to Rico, but we'll hold on.
I thought about that too.
Rico's good, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have word on.
I think even if he comes back, I mean,
yeah. What is Chuba Hubbard going to do here, Dave?
Yeah, I know.
Just do it, Dave. Let it rip.
I'm scared.
And then that leaves us we could do Debo stacked up with Daniels at 6,200.
That's perfect.
Okay,
that's a shipper right there, folks.
I was going to say, dude. Okay. Over under 27% sim ROI from your sim of choice on Sunday morning for this team.
Well, we got to know like how much chalk do we have, because that will impact the sim ROI here.
The Debo will be chalk, but not in this. Like running back, something I've noticed, Peter. I'm curious if you've wondered this, that the 4 wide receiver lineups, I'm getting a ton higher. Like I'm getting a lot more high sim ROI with 4 wide receiver lineups because the field is doing 3 running backs even more aggressively than they've done the last 2 years.
Yeah. I think that I saw that a good bit too. Yeah, this is a good lineup though. This is a our good standards, lineup. It's one of the nicest looking ones I've seen.
Would you rather have Dowdle, Debo, or Saquon Olave?
Not
Dowdle,
that.
Debo.
Definitely not that.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley is like 39th amongst all qualified rushers in yards per carry. The team is averaging it's like 1.1 yards before contact average after leading the NFL in yards before contact average. The offensive line, the interior is super banged up. And Barkley is 29 years old, 0 rushes over 20 yards this year for Barkley. His only play over 20 yards was the long reception in week 5.
Okay. You might have just Matic mushed this into existence. Let's move on to...
That's not a Matic mush. I am providing descriptive data to explain why Barkley has been bad and why he's not going to project that.
You know what I'll do? I'll do? I'll split that 2v2 and the 2 very generous DraftKings free rolls, and then we'll come back to it and see how you did, Dave.
Thank you.
Very generous.
Because you also get Olave versus the Bears.
Yeah, there's just been no one that's been more dependable, more reliable, just always hits a ceiling than Chris Olave this year.
Nick is kind of really asking the questions that face DFS players today. Would you rather have the highest sim ROI or the highest scoring team in the contest? It's like, I don't know, man. It's a real Sophie's choice.
No, the answer is the sim ROI because you can brag to all your peers. I mean, if you win the Millie with a donk lineup, the guy this week put Rico Dowdle on the flex despite playing late, then you haven't earned anyone's respect. So I think we know the answer.
It's so true. It's so true.
All right, let's move on to running back, and we do have some good running backs on this slate. We just talked about Dowdle. What about some of the tough matchups that we have this week, Davis? You pulled up Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, I just want to kind of go to the panel and just kind of question everyone. Some people on the show
okay,
last week
I did see in the chats and in our mentions, I guess they gave you grief last week, Davis, about the Vidal pick?
Yeah, they were not loving the
Haskins.
they were not loving the $5,000 Kamani.
What percent Kamani Vidal did you have in your DFS portfolio last week, Davis?
That is a leading question, and I object.
Yeah, kind of like your Rashid Shaheed. Best pick on the board. I got 9.4%.
No. That is not true. Rashid Shaheed is my most drafted player in Best Ball Mania. I have him on 22% of my teams. That's real.
So this happens more than people realize, though, where there's a guy they see Haskins on the team, Vidal cut or whatever, as like some sort of signal, when it's just that Vidal is redundant and Haskins does stuff on special teams. That happens a fair amount each season.
Michael Carter. It's literally evergreen. Your third running back needs to be able to pass block and play special teams. Vidal doesn't do either of those things, but he's a much better runner and a much more natural pass catcher. than Hassan.
I think it was safe to be skeptical of Vidal after last year. The Chargers lost every single running back on their squad, and they still said, "Yeah, we don't have any interest in this dude."
So you're not taking any accountability, Pete, for giving.
No, I took the L.
Okay.
From a season long perspective, it was a huge whiff. But DFS, no, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah. I'm just giving Pete a hard time because my chances, I get about 2 chances a year to get one over on Pete. So I'm going to take my like one of my very few opportunities.
I will hold my Haskins L proudly.
I do think he is a legitimate play this week because I think a lot of what you're going to hear is, oh, dude, it was against Miami. Miami's the worst. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's you. Everyone already knows what every fantasy football personality is going to say about that situation. And we are staring in the face of absolutely monumental chalk with Quinshon Judkins. I mean, this guy is going to be so played against the Miami Dolphins. The Browns are home favorites against a team that has just given up legendary performance after legendary performance, the Miami Dolphins. I mean, Pete, this is like kind of the definition of fragile chalk. Like this guy has no role on passing downs at all. But at the same point, the Dolphins gave up huge game to Vidal, legendary game to Rico Dowdle. I actually honestly do not remember this Jets game at all. I couldn't remember one play that happened in this game. Huge game to James Cook, and just the giga mega game to Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones.
This is what going to be Dylan Gabriel's is it second, third career start, and he is a 3-point home favorite versus this Miami Dolphins team. That is the state here. I mean, this team is crumbling. There's infighting. Tua's calling the team out. Mike McDaniel is mad at him for saying that stuff. I mean, I get why he's going to be shot. Yeah.
They need a leader in the clubhouse. I have an idea of who would fill that role well.
Does he work at Barstool right now?
Pete's shoulder.
No, Deshaun Watson.
No, behind your shoulder, Pete. Yeah.
Yeah. This cactus or Practic Laird?
Both would be better than what they have right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just obviously I think Judkins, that'll be your sim ROI hero, but you've got JCM in the super, a similarly nutted matchup. Jordan Mason, who actually actively looked awful in their European game, but the Eagles defense stinks. I mean, the Eagles defense just gave up 35 to a guy with one active brain cell for the New York Giants. I think Mason can certainly get there. If you do think that it's just totally over for Justin Fields, I think you got to be kind of interested in Brees, Javonte. Pete, what do you think Javonte ownership will be after how bad he was last week?
It's going to be mega low. He's going to be the tournament play of the week because it's the best game. No one wants to play him. Swift just carved up this same Commanders defense.
But will he end up being last week's Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs 15% projected ownership, 35% actual.
I don't think so, just because the Josh Jacobs and Kyron's team comes from the huge favorites versus a really bad rush defense. That's a classic archetype that the field loves to jam. In this one, I think people will see it more closely contested in a way that won't make Javonte an obvious pick.
Yeah.
I just looked at the snaps for Javonte last week. They were pretty good.
They're still good. Yeah. He didn't even really play that bad. He just didn't get a touchdown.
Well, it's because they have 2025's Kamani Vidal on their roster, and his name is Jaden Blue.
He played fewer snaps than Hunter Lupke, who got a receiving touchdown, which you
saw that.
You don't love.
Five snaps for Jaden Blue last week.
What's his yards per chunk, Dave?
Yeah, you got to take
Kitchen. Speaking of, just real quick, you sent me a photo. You drove by my my alma mater there. Yeah. Did you take a little pit stop by Point Loma Nazarene University?
No, we passed it. This also would have been. I meant to text you because this would have been perfect for the overview. We were going to that spot, the Point Loma. What's the spots?
Cabrillo National Monument.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got up there, and guess what we had to do? Turn around.
What? Why?
Because it's a national park, and the government was shut down. So we didn't get to go.
Wow. That's funny.
It was still a pretty drive up there, though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's hilarious. My kid's dreams getting crushed. All right.
You get a good California burrito. Sorry, last question from your trip report.
Yeah. I had some good burritos. I tried a different variety, some healthy ones, some ones that were
What's a
not
healthy burrito?
Yeah, what is a healthy burrito?
It had
Is
like
this
goat
a vegan wrap?
cheese. It had like goat cheese in it and spinach and stuff.
What would you say is healthy about goat cheese?
I knew you were gonna get trapped with this one, kid.
Literally one of the fattiest substances on this planet.
Healthy fats. You need healthy fats. Are you anti-goat cheese, Davis?
I mean, I just eat a pretty low-fat diet. I don't really eat cheese.
That's crazy to me. That's like takes the fun right out of life. Can you eat cheese? Does it mess with you if you do eat cheese?
I can eat whatever. I have no food allergies or sensitivities at all.
Yeah.
I just
have no food allergies and still choose not to eat cheese is just crazy to me. I'm sorry. All right. Speaking of crazy, let's look for some crazy good values on this running backs.
No, give me. I want to know everyone's definitive one word, yes or no. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in your running back player pool this week, Dan?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, I love Bill Krosky-Merritt.
Okay.
David, I saw the boomers got real mad about that clip that Zach put together. Davis, real mad.
Good. Guild said you misquoted me. Okay, buddy. Okay.
And Chad Schroeder was just like, heads up for rolls now.
What was the I missed this
If
one.
Schroeder was involved, was this a season-long clip?
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
from
Dan,
the Shipcast.
All the high stakes, like the I don't even know the right way to describe these guys to you, but basically these guys who've been playing high stakes fantasy football online for a long time hate me. They think I'm like the worst thing that's ever happened. And so we drafted Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt at like a really expensive price on a lot of our teams. And so all these guys are like, classic idiot Davis chasing the shiny new toy. Like, what a fucking idiot. And then he smashes week 1, smashes last week. So I was just like, you guys suck at this. Like, you need to learn how to play better.
So you pulled out the receipts.
I pulled out the receipts because they're bad at the game. Like, congrats to winning your league in 2006, Chad. Like, I'm not impressed, bro. If you miss Bill Krosky-Merritt, you're not good at fantasy football.
Also, how sad is it that we don't have any good DFS beefs in 2025 that we have to have season-long beefs?
Because nobody plays DFS anymore.
But this used to be the case when DFS started, is you had all these high-stakes people that were really pissed at DFS players and experts coming on the scene, and they wanted to, is their turf, basically. Like, experts were coming on their turf, and then they were also complaining about the touting. And then most people that complained about the touting ended up touting. So it's kind of a historical process. All right, back to running backs real quick. Thoughts about Jordan Mason if Jalen Carter is out?
I just said he's like a really good play.
Okay, sorry.
And he's an even better play if Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and stuff, that if they all get piled on, because a big Jordan Mason game is really bad for the Eagles.
What about the higher price guys?
I mean, I'll defer to Pete there. I'm an unreliable narrator with these. I don't really like any of them.
I mean, I think Taylor's a smash every week. Achan's role is as good as anything outside of CMC. Don't love the matchup, obviously, but he seems to just get there every week on a receiving efficiency or big plays. Jacob's great against the Cardinals. Like, those are going to be very popular picks. I wanted to ask Davis about GT because the role is awesome. They're finally using him in the passing game. And similar to your angle with Mason, and Davis won't want to hear it, but like, how do you crater that game? And all the Chiefs' popularity is like, GT has a big game on the ground, slow stuff down.
Yeah, I mean, the issue there is like the Chiefs are just happy to let teams try and pass against them. They just smashed Jahmyr Gibbs. ETN actually had a pretty good game against them, but like they're just not really allowing rushing production. Not to say GT is GT is also awesome leverage against the Kansas City stuff, because if he does have I mean, the Raiders have actually done this, right? What was the name of the coach they fired? The guy who was just like a terrible coach, but they did beat Kansas City on Christmas. Antonio
Pierce, right?
Antonio Pierce. Like they've done that before where they've come into Kansas City and just like ground and pounded and the Chiefs had nothing. I will say the last 2 times, I mean, now we are turning it into a Chiefs show. So the last time the Raiders played the Chiefs, Crosby was talking some shit to Mahomes. This is in the quarterback documentary, and he like gets a late hit on Mahomes or whatever, and then Mahomes backs up and goes, "You woke up the wrong motherfucker." And like, so he really gets up to play against the Raiders because Crosby is always in his grill. So I do think.
Let's frame this around some second chance survivor strategy, because like 2 of the bigger favorites on the slate, obviously Chiefs, and then that one scares me. The Titans potentially upsetting the Patriots. That one kind of scares me. The Patriots are one of the biggest favorites. And then the Browns are one of the biggest favorites. And it's like the fucking Browns and Dylan Gabriel. So like, I think there's already some landmines in there among the faves.
The interesting thing about the Chiefs is for the second chance stuff, they do not have very many layups left, right? Washington, not a layup. At Buffalo, they're not even favored. At Denver is not a layup. Home to Indianapolis kind of looks like a layup from the spread, but I would consider that to be like with the way the Chiefs defense is playing.
And the Colts can hang with anybody.
Colts can hang with anyone. At Dallas, I mean, like the Chiefs kind of have to figure it. Kind of have to figure their secondary out. Like they're not playing this guy Noel Williams enough. They're playing the Chamari Connor, who is not very good. The Texans is a layup. The Chargers at home is a layup. At Tennessee is a layup. Home to Denver is a layup. But like you're maybe not using them for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I do really like KC for Survivor stuff this week.
All right, let's move on to receiver because I can't play Survivor. I was out in California and I entered the Survivor contest on Splash for that week, and I chose Arizona to beat the Titans. So that's how my
entering into a second chance Survivor and then immediately losing with Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals is so good.
Yeah,
at least you saved no calories with that goat cheese burrito.
No, dude, it was healthy. It was healthy, bro.
What's the thing about goat cheese? It's chunky. All right, let's move on to receivers, and let's just start with this Rice price tag at 5,600. Is he the free square, Davis?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna play him on every team,
even the
and Worthy on every team.
Even the teams you have.
Worthy. Probably my spy team will be Mahomes, Worthy, Rice, Debo. Don't know about tight end yet. Probably Mason, probably Judkins. Then I'll have to figure it out at tight end and flex. But
real talk,
I mean, Worthy.
I think Rice is the only guy you can depend on in this offense.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I think Worthy falls back to Hollywood Brown and Travis Kelce levels as far as you're not gonna know.
Dave, this is so far from objective reality. This is you're thinking 2024 Worthy.
Okay. Not 2025 banged up ankle Worthy.
His ankle's fine.
That you know.
It was bad. It was bad against Jack. He was definitely injured against Jacksonville. He was fine last week. They just didn't need him. They were winning by a touchdown the whole game.
They had like 4 touchdown passes. He had one,
and Worthy got one of them.
He got one 6-yard pass.
He only had one touchdown.
But I'm saying they threw the ball plenty. Hollywood Brown got 2 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, they're the Kansas City Chiefs this season are the only team that is above 10% or above 8% PROE. Only team in football.
Okay. Other receivers that you guys like this week as far as high-priced guys, Tuttle?
High price, there's nothing.
Jefferson?
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's Jefferson's ownership going to be just because of literally nobody in that range?
Yeah.
Probably anyone who plays a high-priced wide receiver is probably playing Lamb anyways, assuming that Jerry Jones said on his radio show today that he's going to be back. Which actually, what's funny, actually makes $7,300 Pickens and $7,600 Jefferson like mega leverage. Pickens obviously directly leverage. Jefferson is salary leverage. I can certainly see playing Jefferson, who like still finds a way to be good regardless of what's happening to him. It's insane how good
7,600 for him feels cheap, especially if this Eagles defense is still hurt.
How stupid would Dak doubles be at those prices?
I mean, really good, like so good, because that's probably one of the only ways to get a unique angle on that game.
Play Bill and Dak doubles.
Because this is the double stack with Dak. There's people are gonna opt for Jay Fergie instead.
They will. I feel like with the down game, and then a lot of the chatter about Ferguson's target shares have been driven with CD out. So I wonder if people cool on him with CD back.
It's just so, I mean, like you do Lamb, Pickens, put Dak in there. You're like already like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some decent sub 5K plays this week. I mean, Downs had a really nice game.
I was about to say Downs stuck out, but what's Pete, boots on the ground? Who's the New England guy to target against Tennessee?
I was just going to say Booty. I mean, his targets haven't been awesome. He had that nice target share week 1 against the Raiders, had the 2 touchdowns last week. I mean, I do think he's their most reliable downfield threat. I've been skeptical of the dig stuff every bit of the way, so I'm just kind of a fader there. So I would go Booty or Henry if I was doing.
He did have that like 60-yard catch that they called back on. That wasn't really a push off. It's like a bump. It was a love tap. That's what we call it. Okay, Davis, you have Rashid Shaheed highlighted.
That's just this is the only other thing I've ever gotten right versus Peter is Rashid Shaheed being a guy that matters for fantasy this year. I do. I mean, the Bears defense is so bad.
He has. You want to pull up the game log again and say how much he's mattered?
More fantasy points than AJ Brown this year.
That's moving the goalposts on mattering.
Yeah. Okay. DJ Moore doesn't play. I think that Luther Burden is he just has got to be a jam. Right? Like I just 4,300.
You just don't need to. You don't need to with these receivers unless you go with Jefferson like 3 high price.
I was going to say like another really easy way to get strong sim ROI is to get similar projections but at different salaries. Like if Debo and Jefferson project similarly and your wide receiver of choice, whether it be Luther Burden, whether it be Kayshon Boutte, whoever, and Stephon Diggs are projecting similarly, that's a great way to get unique combinations with Chalk Rashid, Chalk Judkins.
How about we let DJ Moore play so people don't play Luther Burden and he finds his way into a bigger role because Zacchaeus sucks and Moore's banged up.
We have so many injuries on this slate. Like, I'm going to assume that Marvin Harrison's not going to play this week. I'm going to assume that DJ Moore's not going to play this week.
That was one of the few times you can see a concussion immediately. I kind of felt bad for he got smoked against the ground. Marvin Harrison.
I feel bad every time someone gets a concussion. It's a big deal, Davis.
Well, normally I know, but normally you don't just see it immediately.
You've got Calvin Ridley, who's injured. Like, they're going to have to throw the ball to somebody. Is Van Jefferson at 3,200 or Io Manor at 4,200 or Chig? Or
Chig.
It's like they're going to have to do something. You've got Njoku injured for the Browns, and someone mentioned in the chat 13 targets for Jerry Jeudy last week. He's 4,400. Harold Fannin, is a smash play.
Jerry Jeudy is going to highlight Levitan's 10 wide receivers under 5,000 expected to see 20 per whatever the fuck he calls it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
does he still do that? I feel like I haven't heard that.
There's no chance he still does that.
I was gonna say I've not seen him tweet that out.
What was
you've got
the
Garrett
Gaston
Wilson
usage?
Hurt.
What's that total?
What was the Gadsden usage last week?
Oh,
Was that
insane.
like-
69% of the routes. That was with Will Dissly back. 27% target share. Like really, really, really good. I would say he's sneaky because there's not like an inflection point. Like Quentin Johnson will probably be back this week. And what you notice with the cheap tight ends is there's got to be something that makes them owned, right? There's got to be a news item. Like Mayer should have been more owned last week.
That ownership on both Underdog and DraftKings was crazy last week for Mayer. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I mean, how can you play Michael Mayer when Hunter Long is right there? Got to be a generationally bad play.
Any different as like prospects and players.
Yeah.
We're already jumping ahead to tight end, but you've got Gadsden.
It's also 1:02 p.m. Eastern, so let's make the jump.
That's true.
So let's
you have Gadsden, and we mentioned Okonkwo, and then Mason Taylor. Like with Garrett Wilson out, Fields going to have to throw to somebody. It might be Taylor. Mayer. They're all in that $3,500 to $3,300 range.
I mean, I think I'm probably just going to keep playing the best tight end in fantasy football, Tyler Warren, every single week. I mean, this guy's he had a 30% target share last week, getting the red zone stuff, getting red zone carries. He's got to just be the stone best tight end play.
Okay. Pete, you have any tight end takes?
I mean, we got the same big four up top that we did last week. I'm obviously into the Fannin stuff as well.
Yeah, Fannin.
You got to mention Goddard. I mean, his role is just insane right now.
We benefited from it last week because we spot started Goddard in a couple of our mains, and man, is it a piss-offing play to watch? I do not enjoy the Dallas Goddard shuffle pass.
5 touchdowns in the past 4 weeks, averaging 10 targets over the last 2. I mean,
that's why. Did you see that AJ Brown price tag? He's $5,800, I think.
That's hilarious. In the first, it's got to be the first time in forever that he's priced that closely to Devontae Smith too. Back to back, 57, 58.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get on to some.
I was going to say, is there like a stone punt?
I don't think you have to punt. Like with all the cheap receivers, I don't think you have to punt. In fact, I think this could be a 2 tight end week, which sounds crazy, but there's so much value to pair with
Taysom
a guy
Hill?
like. No, Taysom's just getting like 1 carry for 1 touchdown.
So far, wait till he's healthier.
Davis, do you want to know who could be the stone punt? If Marvin Harrison's out, is it Dortch season at 3,600?
Oh my God, scored a touchdown last week?
Yeah, scored a touchdown.
Is Jacoby Brissett starting?
Yeah, dude. That is insane. Like some of the what did he throw for more yards than Kyler had?
That was an all-time.
Yeah, threw for over 300
Nez.
yards.
That was an all-time Nez moment. We just got the unfortunate news that Kyler Murray will be starting for the Arizona Cardinals.
Like I got bailed out. Like I was drafting way too much Trey McBride in the BRs and legit got bailed out with Jacoby starting for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Pete, you get to pick. Let's do touchdowns real quick. You get to pick a touchdown for your remaining contest and a touchdown for the upcoming contest.
Okay. Yeah, let me share my screen just so you guys can see who I have available to use here. There it is. Yeah, so down to 39 out of 269. I'd say some of my strong options would be Achane, Javonte, Kyron Williams.
I would say Kyron.
Kyron versus the Jags. What is that? Sunday AM? No Puka.
Yes. No Puka. Dobbins feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. But man, yeah, it's starting to get down to
Rachaad White, I think is pretty good, and that's like you're gonna run out of time to be using him.
What about Dowdle versus the Jets?
Oh, yeah, I would just do that. Yeah, you're right. I'll probably use him on a couple of mine actually.
Unless Hubbard, if Hubbard's not back, then yes, for sure.
Hubbard is going to be back and is totally immaterial.
For a touchdown contest, I would not risk that. But that's just me. The guy
Chuba Hubbard had fewer rushing touchdowns than Rico Dowdle before he got hurt. He had 0 carries inside the 5-yard line. Rico Dowdle handled 100% of the running back touches inside the 5-yard line before Chuba Hubbard injured his calf.
Dude, it's so fragile. Judkins.
Yeah.
Judkins is really good. Yeah, I don't think that's that fragile at all.
Okay.
That's
no
really
PFP good. Judkins.
No PFP. The rookies, they don't have the PFPs on
well,
Splash.
Genty does.
Guess you gotta be famous.
All right. I have the right to I do think if Chuba's out, I want to for sure take advantage of Dowdle, but Judkins is probably pretty solid.
All right.
Is it a double pick week?
No, just the alternate thing.
All right. On this entry, I'm gonna do I think I register. Oh, do we have to make multiple picks in the Swolecast one? Oh, it's the same as week 1 in the last time.
Oh, so you get 2 cracks.
You get 2 cracks. So
net.
I'm gonna do Judkins, I'm gonna do Rico, and I'm gonna put Kyron as my alt.
Again, everyone, in case you missed it at the top of the show, we have 2 fresh contests. In addition to our weekly tiers, we have Second Chance Survivor, which is Davis is building for right now. And what is fun about week 1 is you get to pick 2 players plus an alternate. So way better chance to advance week 1. And we also have the regular Survivor reboot as well.
Yeah, real quick, this is absolutely in no way, shape, or form true. Rice is in football shape. He's been practicing. This is not reality. He's been a full go since June. You never know what people are. You just never know what people are going to be taking seriously.
How is my audio right now? Can you hear me?
It's fine.
Okay, because there's 2 times where the audio's gone out because I'm using a new browser, and now I put back in my AirPods, and you guys all sound like the Chipmunks, and it is the funniest thing in the world to me. All right, Tuttle, who's your touchdown pick going to be?
Do I have to make a touchdown pick? I'm thinking I'm going to go with. Yeah, I think I'm going to go. I think I like Quinshad and Judkins is my number 1, and then I think I'd go Rico Dowdle is my second, and then Kyron Williams is my third.
Wow, where do you get your ideas? I do.
Right, well,
the sneakiest leverage one that I like the most that Davis mentioned was Dobbins. I think that one's really good.
I'm actually just gonna because I'm gonna forget, so I'm gonna put the Chiefs in as my. Steelers are also really good this week, but I'm gonna do Chiefs as my first one, so I don't forget. Dave's having a hard time over there, boys. He's really struggling.
Just sign us off, Dave. We're 10 minutes over. I got stuff to do.
Well, we got to do the tiers, and then we're done. Tuttle, you might not know this, but the show is 1 hour and 15 minutes long these days.
Oh, jeez. I thought my contract said only 60
It has
minutes.
been going over.
No, I think it's like an average of 60 minutes. So if you miss every 3, you still are, or one
So
every 3.
I get paid for the missed shows too then? Okay. All right. Deal.
Yeah, and sponsorships.
All right, tier 1.
Runner shout out.
Christian McCaffrey.
All right.
Daniels.
I do. We have good communication with our splash reps. Every time I go to send the email about spelling the contest wrong, I just stop short of sending the email. I think it's just a good bit now. If you guys are searching for it in the lobby,
Completely agree.
SWOL, just stop searching there and you'll see it pop up.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's way
it has
funnier.
Legit affected me multiple times, and I have the same thing where I have not sent an email.
Yeah.
Okay. Davis, tier 1, go.
Come on, dude. We're taking Patsy against the Raiders.
I think you're on.
No, Dave, I'm not. My audio is fine.
Dave, we all sound great.
We all sound great. Your audio is
Dave, why do you think all of our audio sounds messed up? We're all talking completely normal.
I can't hear Davis for whatever reason. I will pick. Give me Fields. Give me Fields in the Bears.
Fields here is criminal.
Fields here. This is my own account with my own money. This is not site credit. I am not taking Justin Fields.
Literally any of the other 4 healthy options over Fields.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Kitchen.
No, Dave, I'm not doing it. I will grant you a middle, and I will take Jackson Smith and Jigba, who is going to get points for me after.
How about I take that tier? I'll go with Brock Purdy there, please.
That's fine.
Almost as good of a pick.
I'd rather take.
You
Brock
guys don't
Purdy.
understand how leverage works when it comes to tiers.
You know what?
contests.
I'm only letting Tate 81.
Tate 81 will have a Fields team. I bet you anything Tate 81 has a Fields team.
Yeah, he probably will.
All right, Pete, tier 3.
All right, tier 3 here. God, man, Baker's so fucking fun. Detroit's secondary is bad, and yet he has no weapons. Let's just play Jacobs
Tez
here.
Johnson. We could take
I
Tez
know.
Johnson in tier 8.
Stack it up. We'll go
Jacobs against Arizona.
Tuttle?
Let me go with, there's a game I really like on this slate. It's Washington and Dallas. We're gonna go Dak.
Oh. That should go on Lamb there. All right. Davis?
All right, we've got Kyler Murray, Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Nico Collins, and Javonte. We did just take Dak, so I think taking Javonte is probably silly. We just took JSN in tier 3, so we are going to stack him up with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This guy.
Oh God, is this Davis's pick?
This is my pick.
I just took Darnold.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, Dave's
I
taking
do
Garrett
want
Wilson.
to
who's not
go
gonna
with
play.
Rice, but I'm going to have so much Rice that I'm going to go with Jackson Dart.
I knew there was no chance Dave was not taking Jackson Dart.
Dude, this tier is ass.
Spencer Rattler, 4 rushing attempts in all games but 1 this
Pete,
year.
it's your tier.
No, I meant the tier 6 was asked. This tier has some legs to it. We'll go Lad. Do we have an early injury report on QJ at this point?
No, but he was like a legit game time decision last time, so I thought he was probably closer to playing this week. All right, Lad McConkey, and then we have a big, glorious, beautiful tier 8.
Judkins chalk in this tier too.
Judkins probably fairly chalky. Hard for me to tell if people like get to quarterbacks in this slate. Like, do people play Michael Penix? Do people play whatever? Rico is in this tier. Trying to see if there's anyone else.
All right, get your Xavier Worthy stack here, Davis.
Tier team number 1, Mahomes, JSN, Josh Jacobs, Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart, Lad McConkey, Xavier Worthy. There is links to both the Second Chance Survivor, the Tiers contest, and the Second Chance TV Survivor. All of those are in the description and pinned to the top of the YouTube chat.
And in last week's show as well. Again, promo code Swoley if you haven't signed up already. Davis, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Everyone go watch my waiver wire video that is redirecting from this video.
Mr. 10K. All right.
Yeah, how did that not make Overzet's overview? I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, how did that not make Overzet's overview?
I'm sorry. I forgot to do the ship chasing hitting 10K too. I didn't know the overview.
We
with the
did
clearinghouse
mention
for
ship-
all YouTube milestones.
We did mention ship chasing getting 10K on this program, by the way.
I apologize.
I did.
I'm
mentioned
so
it.
sorry, Davis. Congratulations.
Well, I
Davis-
was more thought it was gonna be a good live a little bit. Like
Yeah.
the live a little channel is just outside. Don't let me workshop your material, Peter.
Yeah.
I'll get one in there next week. I'm gonna start writing it now. Have a week to get a real good one in.
All right, Tuttle.
Play some college football with me tonight. We got some bangers going on. We got
You got a pick? You got
South
some
Alabama,
alpha?
Arkansas State. I'm trying to see if anything's updated, but I doubt it. No, I got nothing for us.
Okay. And Pete, we interrupted you. Did you have anything to say before we talked about you not including Davis's 10K in there?
No, in fact, I'd like to use my time to ask you guys, is there anything else I missed that I should have had in the overview?
I just think for me personally, I like to celebrate all of you guys and your accomplishments. And Pete, I've kind of noticed where maybe you don't a little bit.
Well, I retweeted Davis's thing to 10K. Like, do you want me to send him an edible arrangement? Like, what do you guys want from me?
Did you retweet it or did you quote tweet and just put something memorable in there? Or did you just sign the card, basically? Is that what you did? You signed the card?
I just signed the card and I didn't even write congrats. I just signed my name.
All right. Well,
that was pretty good, Dave.
It was, Dave. It took you until the 77-minute mark to redeem yourself on this show, but you did it.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm also sorry I'm having audio issues, but I can hear Davis. When I have the AirPods in, you guys sound like chipmunks for the last 10 minutes. So it has been even funnier than usual. Shout out to Splash Sports and Run the Sims for sponsoring the show. And on behalf of Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, we'll see you next time here on the Swolecast, presented by Splash Sports. Peace.
You Davis Maddox from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.